everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Janet and I have lost over 100 pounds following the ketogenic diet. On my channel you will find a variety of things, including what I eat on keto as well as some keto recipes. So if you are ready to lose some weight while on keto, I have a lot to share with you. So please consider hitting that red subscribe button. We would love to have you join the family here. And also for all of my returning subscribers, welcome back and thank you so much for being here. I just got back from town. Actually, I got back a little while ago. I had a nail appointment where I got my nails filled. Some of you I know enjoy seeing that, but I love them. I think it screams summer. I am not kind of like a flashy sort of nail girl, but I thought it would be fun for the summer. It is definitely hot here. We are still at a heat warning and we are like between 35 and 38 degrees, but I must say once again today I adjusted a little bit better with the heat and it's not so bad. Like I said, it's just we have 4 seasons here, and so adjusting to the season takes about a week or so, but now it doesn't feel too bad out there compared to like a week ago when it first started getting really hot. I also had a hair appointment where I just got a trim. I do literally nothing with my hair and I just get a trim once every 8 weeks, 12 weeks, whenever I feel like it needs a trim. But other than that, I don't get anything done with it. I am not that type of girl as far as highlights and the balayage and doing all that stuff. I cannot be bothered with doing any of that. I go for my trim and that is it. I don't even put hardly any products in my hair. I will be sharing with you kind of a get ready with me video shortly, and that will go over all of my hair products. Kind of, well, today I'm not wearing any makeup, but what I use for like makeup, which is very simple and easy because that's the kind of person I am. And so I will be sharing that with you very soon in a video, a get ready with me, because I did have a couple people interested in that. I did a video a long time, I don't want to say a long time ago, it was probably a good 6 months, maybe even almost a year, that I did a get ready with me, and a lot of you asked about like my hair products and what I use, so I will be uploading that hopefully next week. I do have some new subscribers here that aren't familiar with the protein sparing modified fast, but if you look up protein sparing modified fast on the internet, it will tell you the benefits. I did the diet last fall, I want to say, and one of my first videos where I figured out all my macros and what I was going to do, I did do a video on that, so I will be sure to link that up in the cards for you that are new and questioning what exactly is this protein sparing modified fast bread, what exactly is it. Please let me know. That video kind of goes over a lot of it. Plus I do have a playlist that I created for all of my protein sparing modified fast recipes, what I was eating in a day while being on the protein sparing modified fast diet. It helped me so much. So highly recommend that you go back and watch all those videos, but I have not made my bread in so long. But what I think I'm going to do today is I am going to make buns, and I don't plan on having them today. I actually will have them probably tomorrow for lunch, but it is, once again, like I said, it is hot here and I don't want to turn on the oven, and I think I'm going to make mine in the air fryer again, because if you have not seen that video, you definitely need to watch that video after you're done watching this one, of course, but you need to watch that video where I make Amy from Carnivore's Angel. I made her Hawaiian rolls in my air fryer. Yes, and they turned out so good. So I will also link that video up here in the cards for you to watch. And that is what I'm going to be resorting to when I make my buns in the air fryer today. So let's get started on that first. I want to get that done and out of the way before I make my dinner. All right, sorry if you can hear my air fryer in the background, but it is warming up. So we are going to be making Amy's recipe from Carnivore's Angel. This is her recipe. I absolutely love it for buns. I've actually even made it as bread, and it is really good. I love the flavoring, the texture. Now, if you are doing still protein sparing modified fast days, this does have a little bit more fat than what you need. So make sure that you look into that, figure out your macros from this recipe. But for me, with the egg yolks that we add, I'm okay because I'm doing keto. I am not doing any more of the protein sparing modified fast days as of right now. So that is why I love this recipe. So we are going to start out by obviously our egg white protein powder. I got this off of SwitchGrocery. I always have the link down below. Did anybody get the blueberry keto chow? Anyone? Please let me know your thoughts below. I missed out here. They sold out really fast as well. And I was on the fence about it because I have so many flavors, and now I'm kind of regretting that. I wish I would have maybe just completed my order and done it, but that's all right. So that is where I get this from, is from the SwitchGrocery website. They always have it in stock, and sometimes they do have a sale on it if you are Canadian. And then I also add some of the allulose. Now the allulose I kind of cut down for what the recipe has. Actually, I'm just going to use whatever is left in here. The recipe calls for 1/3 of a cup. I do have another container, but I'm just going to use with what I have there. But here in Canada, it's really hard to get allulose. So I honestly just cut down on that just because it's really not resourceful for me to stock up on allulose. Then we are going to add the 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. Now I get my big containers of all of these products on Amazon, and they are really decently priced. I do need to actually stock up on my nutritional yeast, but you will see them all linked down below in my description under my Amazon favorites. So make sure that you check that out if you do need any refills on anything. Then I am going to add my salt, Redmond's real salt. And then I'm going to add my cream of tartar, which is 2 teaspoons. This is a 1/2 teaspoon measuring spoon, so I'm going to put 4 of those in there. I'm going to leave out the dry quick rise yeast. It's just mainly for flavor, but I am going to omit that today, not for any particular reason. It's just still in my cupboard, so I decided to leave it out. And then we are going to add a teaspoon of xanthan gum, and once again I have a 1/2 teaspoon measuring spoon, so I'm going to use 2 of these. And then we are just going to give this a quick little stir. Then I am going to add in 1 cup of egg whites. Now I show you what I do for my egg whites and my egg yolks. So this is what I do. I use my 1 cup measuring cup for the whites, and then I put the yolks in the bowl. So that is what I'm going to do now.
Every night I'm going on the grid, texting back, I want you, hit you up, I'm on the other side, I miss you, take you off, I came here way too strong, cannot keep it.
So as you can see, we are just a little bit short on our egg whites. So what I do is I top it off with my carton egg whites. These ones I get from Costco, so I just top that off to make it 1 full cup. And then what I do is I put this 1 cup of egg whites in with my dry mixture, set the yolks aside, and then we will put that in there and give it a little bit of a stir before we put it in the mixer. We have our parchment paper here. I get these off of Amazon. They are also down in my favorites. I absolutely love them. I use them for everything in my air fryer. The one thing for the air fryer that you need is you do need holes in it. Do not put tinfoil or parchment paper or anything like that. You need to have something that is perforated and has holes. That is the whole point of an air fryer, is for the air to circulate and cook your food evenly. So please, if you are interested, these are very inexpensive. I want to say it's like under $10 for 100 of them. I bought mine a long time ago and I still am not through with mine, and I use my air fryer a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray my ice cream scoop and with olive oil. I think it's actually an avocado oil, and then we will scoop them on to our parchment paper and throw them in the air fryer. So I love using this recipe because I love the taste of it, first of all, and I love doing it in the air fryer because I am the only one that eats these. I am the only one that follows keto in my family, and so using this in the air fryer has been life-changing because it makes enough for me over the course of the next 3 or 4, well, not even 3 days. This will probably last me 2 days. They are so good. What I love to have them with is meat and cheese. Like when I was growing up, we had white bread, of course, and what I ate with my white bread was you know that summer sausage that you buy? It's kind of like in a coil is what they call it, like coil garlic sausage. That and some cheddar cheese, and that is it. No butter, no nothing. That was my favorite thing to eat literally throughout all of my teens. It was so good. So that is what I look forward to when I make these, because they taste so good. You just break them open, even just with butter. So good. So that is what I'm doing with these, and I'm going to slowly and carefully put them in my air fryer. Now this is very hot because I did preheat my air fryer, but what I did last time, which seemed to work, is I just slowly lifted this and put it in right in my air fryer. So let's see if I can do that again without messing anything up. Perfect. All right, so that is good. I'm just going to, oh no, I can't move that. I think what I'm going to do though is, I have some tongs that I can just grab the edge. It's not even, there we go, that's perfect. All right, and that is going into the air fryer. Let me double check on my timings in my video. So I put them in at 320 for about 12 to 14 minutes, depending on what kind of air fryer you have. I forgot to put in the yolks. Ah! I'm so dumb. I'm literally so dumb. All right, well, you know what I'm gonna do is for the rest of this, I am going to put in the egg yolks. That was my mistake. See, I haven't made it in so long that I screwed up the recipe. All right, so you keep it on low and then you just add one at a time, or try to one at a time, your yolks. Gosh, you guys, that is so funny that I did that. I can't believe I did that. How many of you were yelling at me through the screen to add my egg yolks? Oh my gosh, I have not made this in so long that I'm just screwing everything up. All right, I'm gonna make my cinnamon rolls. I spray down my parchment paper on my big cookie sheet here. I have this also linked in my favorites. I get a lot of questions about this big baking sheet. My sweet subscriber and friend Lana sent it to me, and I love it. It is my favorite thing that I literally use all of the time. So what I do is I put all of my batter, if you want to call it that, on the parchment paper, and I usually do it in little sections because it's easier to spread out. And then what I do is I make it all evenly. I spread it all out, and then I bake it at 325, and I only bake it for about 10 to 15 minutes depending on your stove, just so that it's kind of done, a little bit pliable, so that we can kind of make our cinnamon rolls. All right, so that is what I'm going to do right now. I also know that I said that I didn't want to turn on the oven, but now I have to turn on the oven. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna try making these in the air fryer. That's what I'm gonna do. No, I can't. I will afterwards. I'll just be able to bake it for, I'm gonna try it in the air fryer maybe. Because if I bake this in the oven for only 10 minutes, no, I think I'm just gonna make it all in the oven. Sorry guys, I'm confused. I'm just like all a mess because I haven't made this bread in so long. So I try to make it somewhat thinner because it will be a little bit easier to work with, but I don't make it too thin. You don't want it to burn. And obviously this is only about half the mixture because we made buns with the other half without the yolks. Oh my gosh. All right, so we're just gonna wait for the oven to preheat, and then I will throw this in for about 10 to 12 minutes. And then I think everybody knows how to make cinnamon buns. And also, if you want to see this recipe on how I make these cinnamon buns, going into a little bit more detail than what I'm sharing with you today, I will link that video up here in the cards for you to watch. And I'm going to be making that, and I will show you the final product on the buns and the cinnamon buns. All right, my buns are all done. We're just gonna let them cool. The one thing about the air fryer is that they don't lose a lot of their shape. They actually keep their shape quite good rather than in the oven, I find. And these will still taste good. The egg yolks, it does taste better, I must say, but they'll still taste really, really good. So I'm gonna let those cool, and then I will show you my cinnamon buns. All right, these are my cinnamon buns. They are so, so good. I will probably make a cream cheese frosting for them as well too in a little bit. And these are my buns that I made in the air fryer. So make sure you go and check both of those videos out. I will actually have them linked maybe in the description. That's a little bit easier for people if they want to go and find both of these videos where I'm making both of these in separate videos, but at least it gives you a little bit of a better idea on how to make them. These will probably last me for the next 2 to 3 days, and it's always just a perfect amount that I split it up. So I highly recommend that you do that if you are making the protein sparing modified fast bread, however you want to make it. It's a little bit easier to split it up unless you are making a loaf. It does freeze really good if you slice it up and then freeze it, but I try to kind of split it in half and either make buns or make pizza and just kind of split up my batter. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that red subscribe button, give this video a like, and also hit that notification bell so YouTube can notify you when I upload a new video. Thanks for watching.